Hello, Crafty Journaler. Welcome to the Crafty Journaler. My name is Sarah, and this is my channel where I do a lot of fun crafts for junk journaling. I also do a lot of different content related to junk journaling. So if that's something that you're interested in, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, turn on your notification bell, and let a friend know that we're here. That way we could grow this channel together. And in today's video, we're going to be doing a little bit of a craft along with me or decorate my journal with me kind of thing. I'm working on 2 Christmas journals, and I just finished binding them today. So I thought it would be kind of cool to work through them together, kind of create a little recipe of how to go about it and stuff. But before that, I did want to share that I actually do have a Christmas kit available in my Etsy shop. And in this kit, you're going to find quite a few things. So you'll find your little journal, and it's a pamphlet style journal kind of thing, a soft cover traveler style journal, and you are going to find in it some cute little, I actually created this digital kit to use for these journals, so there's going to be some of that in there. There's going to be faux aged paper. There's also going to be some crafting paper, magazine paper, graph paper, again some of that digital paper, and it's completely naked. It's ready for you to dress it up and make it look personalized and beautiful. And I do have 5 of these kits available in my Etsy shop, but I wanted to show you one. They're not all the same, they're at random, so you're definitely going to receive the same amount of pages in it. You're going to receive the same kind of layout, but in the kit, let me flip through these pages really quick. In the kit itself, you're gonna have a couple of things coming along with it. So you're gonna have some stuff to fussy cut out, as well as other papers to embellish your journal. So you're gonna have, let me just go ahead and open this up or slide this off here. So it's gonna come with 2 cardstock embossed papers with Christmas theme. It's gonna come with some glitter and some foil type Christmassy paper, as well as some holographic paper, some vellum, so different types of paper that you could use to decorate your journal, all in Christmas theme. You're gonna have a couple of pages to fussy cut, so there's gonna be a whole lot of fun little graphics that you could fussy cut out and decorate your journal. And all these images are actually varied. It's not going to be necessarily this. There's other ones with some like penguins and different types of graphics. And then here we have a Dear Santa letter, a From the Desk of Santa letter, a couple of receipt pages, and guest check pages, and of course some tags to cut out and put in your journal, or even decorate your journal more. And then you also get some fabric lace to go along with it. So it's already pre-cut for you, but you could of course cut it further. And there's different types of lace in here to use in your journal, again, to decorate whichever way you would like. Along with this, you'll also receive a bag full of varied glass beads and different beads that you could use to embellish your journal, or even the threads on your journal, and so on and so forth. You'll also receive some a bag of buttons to also decorate your or embellish your journal, along with some stickers as well, all in Christmas theme. And this kit is actually pretty reasonably priced. I do only have 5 right now. And depending on how they move, I will try to do more. I think this is such a cute little like gift to introduce someone to junk journaling, or even to give to yourself for the holidays. It has enough pages for the month of December, so even a little kind of stocking stuffer. It's a pretty cool little setup and mini kit to have for the holidays. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and check it out in my Etsy account. Now that I showed you that, let's go ahead and get started with the video for today. So if you've seen it on shorts, I've been working on 2 holiday Christmas journals. They're both going to be very Santa themed and holiday theme. I did have some of that fabric still left over. The only difference is that they're not going to be as jumbo. This, for example, is going to be a mini sized. It is going to be filled with some ephemera and stuff, but I don't want to do it um, too thick or anything like that. And this one also has is going to be having some ephemera as well. This one here is actually a 3 signature spine. Each signature has 5 pages, and the pages add up to 30 pages in total. And this one here has 2 signatures, and I believe, if I remember correctly, I'm gonna count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so each one has 7. It's a total of 14 pages. But if you count them like I do, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That means that it's 48 pages in total to be used in whatever creative way you want. I did want to kind of make like half dressed, half not done, so that there's room for growth and for like people to personalize them themselves. So let's go ahead and start with the little one here. I do want to make a couple of little tags to tuck in here. There's a couple of spaces where I think would be good to add like a tag or something along those lines. For example, there's these 2 right here. I believe there's something on the other page, all the other signature as well. Yes, so we could add some stuff. So let's go ahead and work on that. Let's make some cute little tags for the journal. I kind of want to make a little tag or a couple of tags that are see-through. So let's go ahead and try to do that together. I do have my laminator here on my desk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn that on so it could heat up while we grab a scrap. So we have these offcuts of laminate sheet paper that I usually don't throw away because I usually try to find something to do with them. So we're going to go ahead and do that together. I'm going to open this up and lay it down. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to add some of these little candy cane glitter things that I got this Saturday. And the height of this journal is 3 inches. So I'm going to try to leave room for me to cut and it be 3 inches as well. So let's go ahead and get started here. So there's this one, and we'll place it right there. I'll put some right here, that way I can just grab them. So it's probably easier to do that. So I just lay them about. I don't really have any type of like rhyme or reason. I just want them to look like they're kind of falling from the sky or something like that. Something along those lines. Okay, so now we have those there. What I'll do as well is add some of the green glitter that I also got this past weekend. And these glitter, these are those flaky like ones. So they're a little bigger. They're a little bit easier to maneuver and stuff. But they can get a little tricky. So last time that I did this, I realized that this was probably the easiest way, is kind of tapping in my finger into the glitter and seeing if I pick something up and then tapping it back down. So that is what I'll be doing. Okay, so now we have it there. Just realized that some of it got out. Let's put those in there. Okay, so now we have this done. So we're gonna place the lemon sheet over. Now I'm gonna run this under the laminating machine, and I'll be right back. So after I heat it, or like run it down the laminating machine, because there's no actual paper under here to like make it sturdy, I do try to cool it down by just pulling it and rubbing it down on the cool surface of the table. Okay, and now we're gonna cut up the tag here. So we said 3 inches. Okay, and then we're gonna cut out the tag shape. And instead of making a hole and like what is it called? Making a hole on it, what I'm gonna actually do is I'm gonna sew on a piece of lace or fabric on it to give it the feel of a tag. I don't want to put a hole in it because the last time I actually tried that, it got stuck in my hole puncher, and I really don't want to deal with that again. So I'm gonna opt out of that, and I'm just gonna sew a piece of fabric on there, or lace. On this one, instead of making it a tag shape like this, I'm just going to round out the corners. A little trick that I like to do when I'm going to round out corners on something like this is I like to use a piece of thick paper to go with it, so that when I cut into it with the rounder tool here, it doesn't bring the plastic, and it still kind of does sometimes like this. So what I do is I'll adjust it. If it doesn't want to go that way, then I'll do the plastic underneath and the paper over the top, and then that usually does the trick. You do want to make sure that it's every single corner that you're doing this to, though. You don't mess up your tool. So there we go. And we're also gonna add some fabric to it. So we have a few options. I think for the tag, I'm gonna use this little swirly one. So I'm just gonna fold it up and place it over the top here, and I'm gonna sew it, and I'll be right back. Okay, now we have this one. Let's go ahead and do this one, and with this one we will add a piece of this scrap here. So what I'll do is I'll kind of do this little shape here, and we're just gonna sew it down right here. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, now we have this one here. So let's go ahead and put them in our journal. We will put the first one in this little pocket right here. That's where it will live. And then we'll put this one in this pocket, so it'll live there. Okay. And then what we'll also do is create some faux tickets. So I actually already created some, but I'll probably do these with you again. The easiest way I know how is by saving up these little scraps that you have, and then creating the ticket shape that you want. So this one was 2 inches, yes. So we'll go ahead and do that. We're gonna lay it flat, find the 2 inches area, and I do have a scoreboard, but I don't want to take out to be honest, so I'm just gonna score it on here using my bone folder, and I'll just go run back and forth a couple of times, and there we go. We have our score. And we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Or really what we could do is kind of score it right here. And then instead of going this way, just going towards the back. You do want to kind of crease that. Then we're going to cut this off. You could also use this later, so I wouldn't throw those away. Right here. Now with our hole puncher, we're going to create some of these little ticket shapes. You could also technically use a thing like this to do your ticket corners here, but since it's so thick, sometimes you will struggle. So it'll do 2. It's not going to do more than 2 because it's so thin in there. it's this little thing is too thin. It won't take too many. So you could technically do this with a hole puncher. So let me just show you real quick. Grab your hole puncher. Oh, there goes my dogs. Hey, I'm back. They heard me picking this up and it made too much noise for them. So, yeah. Anyways, we're gonna get back to it. So you can use any hole puncher really. I'm just gonna use this one, but all you're gonna do is you're gonna do your corners like so. You do kind of want to make them as even as you possibly can. And then after you do that, you're gonna do a half moon kind of punch in the middle and on the other side as well. This here will create your ticket shapes. So now you have your tickets. So let's go ahead and decorate them. I decorated them like this earlier. So we could do something like that again. First, let's go ahead and get our little piece of scrap that we just used to do some of those punches earlier. And I am going to cut at about 1.5 inches here. No. So you want to be careful. Put enough strength on it. Do as I say, not as I do. And now we're just going to round off the corners here. And this one we'll keep it simple. We'll do a little stamp or a couple of stamps on here. Let's do an ornament one, or no, let's do the sock one, the stocking one. Yeah, let's do the stocking. And this, I've been vibing with this one just a little bit. I like the reddish undertone it has. Looks really cute. We have this right here. And we're just going to glue this down right at the middle, right there. And this time I'll be using the Art Glitter Glue. It is pretty strong hold. I've been liking to use it, especially on stuff like this where it's cardstock to cardstock kind of paper. Okay, and then we're gonna add a little bit of an embellishment with one of the a couple of candy canes. So what I'll do is I will grab one. Let's see if I could do it like I did it last time. Sometimes I could do stuff off of camera so well. And then I try to do them on the camera and I'm like, what is going on? So redirecting the way I did it. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of glue on here. And this glue is actually the adhesive glue that I use to bookbind a lot. And it is a silicone based glue. It's called Fabrifix, and it's meant for fabric, but honestly, it works on just about anything very well. So I genuinely like this journal, this type of glue to use in journaling. So I recommend it. Do you guys have like a glue that you guys prefer? I know everybody has like a bias kind of glue. For example, I know that some people use the Scotch Permanent glue stick. Some people use that Yoo-hoo one. Um, and people swear by it. The Yoo-hoo one didn't work for me. I ended up tearing paper. Um, and then the the Scotch Permanent glue, the one that's yellow, um, the Create Craft glue one, it actually has this weird scent. And then when I was like putting it on the paper, it was like grainy. Um, and it was actually not sticking. I think I just got like a bad batch or something. So I just didn't like it. But this one I really like. I think it works well. The only thing is that I don't trust it alone for certain things. I'll trust it in certain aspects, but not like for a full page. I wouldn't trust it. Like to cover up a full page. Like maybe if I did a little embellishment like this, I would use it and I would trust it. If I'm doing a bigger size page, I wouldn't trust it without like sewing or something like that. So now that we have that, we'll move on to the next one. And then here we could do maybe some collagey stickers. My neighbor's dogs are barking. I'm not sure if you could hear them. And for this one, what I'll do is I am going to add well, depending on how it fits. Let's see first. Yes, so we'll do this right here. And then we'll do let's do a Santa one on the next one. And we can add a cluster with some fabric and a focal point. And we'll use another piece of this one. Instead of rounding the corners, what I'll do is I will square them off like this. And I do have some scrappy fabric here that we could use. We could use some thread and piece of glitter lace there. And what I'll do on this one, I actually had stapled it, but since it's thread, I want to make sure it's nice and tacked down. So what I'm going to do is take it to a sewing machine and I'm going to sew it down and up a couple of times. Okay, and we ended up with this right here. I am gonna cut some of it off. I feel like it looks a little awkward on certain parts. But I do like how it came out looking here. You could leave it as it was. It's just a matter of preference. Um, for me, some of that was too much. For others, it's just right. So it's a matter of preference, whatever you like. And now we're gonna glue that down right there. And because of the zigzag thread here, what I'm gonna use is the fabric glue one. And then we'll add a focal point with some stickers, or with a sticker. We'll do this one right here. We're just gonna add a little bit of the glue to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. You know what? I'm gonna try the art glitter glue for this one. So with the art glitter glue, you do want to move a little quicker. You can't really take too long. It does dry out quite quick. But with the Fabric Fix glue, that one's a little more forgiving. It'll give you more time to kind of work with and move around and all that fun stuff. So we have our tickets, and now we could put them in our journal. So we'll put this one right here. And this here we'll put on right here. Okay, so far we have a couple of tickets and a couple of see-through tags. Another thing that we could do is add tuck spots for the journal. And I do have a couple already ready to go. So I have this one here that says no L, and this little upcycled cereal cardstock one with a snowflake. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We'll add the no L one right up front, right here, and we're just going to glue it down right here on the edges, and that'll be a tuck spot. Or we could also do it tuck spot in the top. So let's do that actually. It's going to be glued right here and right here. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and find another place for this other one. Let's put it right here. And we'll do it off to the side right here. So we're going to glue down this side right here. And as you could see, I used our glitter glue for one, and then I'm using the Fabri-Fix for this one. And the only reason is I think it just works better with fabric stuff, and there's like a little bit of thread there. So I don't want it to be like, if I use the other one, if the fabric doesn't grab onto it correctly or something. That's the only reason. I'm not sure that's the case. That's just what happens in my mind. So we have these two little tuck spots here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some cute little ephemera in there. So I do have some like embellishments that I worked on. So what I think is I'm gonna leave them on there without like pasting them down and stuff like that, because I want the people that whoever ends up with a journal, really, I want them to have ephemera for them to use in their journal however they want to use it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I have this little barn here, this little truck. So we could tuck those into one of them, and then we have these little tickets here, so, or little stamps. And I actually made these in Cricut. They have like a software, and then you just design stuff, or you could use stuff that they have there at the ready. So we'll tuck those right here, and then we'll tuck this right here. And actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I am gonna tuck these in this little pocket. So, and then these are gonna get stuck in there. Or vice versa is probably smarter. And then the tickets will be stuck into the tuck spots. I think that looks better, as well as just more accessible for the other things. And I could feel that out for a little bit and see how that makes me feel before I set it in stone. But this one for sure is going to work out. And I'm just trying to add some stuff in here so that whoever ends up with a journal can decorate it a little bit more and work with it a little bit more and make it their own. So yeah, that'll work out. Because even this right here is not convincing me too much. I think that maybe would work. Because because really I want to put it like this, but it's gonna overhang it too much, so that might not work within itself. So I might just have to leave this here and overstuff this journal with more than one thing, which I'm okay with doing. Put that there. And maybe instead of overstuffing that one, I could just add the sticker here. And then do the same thing here, add a sticker there. Yeah, see, that works. That works quite well. So now we could do, let's do a mini writing board for this journal. So we're going to need to make it quite small for it to fit in either this pocket right here or in this pocket right here. I think it would probably be smarter to fit it to this one. So let's do that. It's going to have to be about, I want to say 3 1/4, because we're still going to laminate it and that'll make it a little bit longer. So we're going to need some paper. So I need it to be 3 1/4, we said. Where's my ruler? 3 1/4 by 275. 250. Okay, so we're gonna do 250. I also have this cardstock here, and it's like the packaging that comes with tags. It's a light cardboard kind of thing that I'm going to use to thicken up the writing journal or the writing board. So keeping it at 2.5 there. And we're doing 3 1/4. Okay. All right, so now that we have this ready to go, we're gonna glue this down first. And really I'm only gonna be gluing the edges a little bit, so just for it to stay and not wobble around and stuff. Okay. And I'm just gonna wait for my laminating machine to heat up again, and then we'll laminate it. And after this, we'll call it a day for today. I'm sure this video has gone on long enough. I'll try to condense it as much as possible for you all. You could also add a focal point here if you wanted to. I think it looks cute just like that, so I'm gonna leave it as is. My machine is ready, so I will be right back. Okay, so now I have this that looks kind of funny, but we're just gonna cut these down. And then I run it under the laminating machine again to give it a little bit of a better seal. And here we go. We have our writing board. And now we're going to go ahead and place our writing board in our journal. And there you go. We have our writing board in our journal. If you found value in this video today, be sure to like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell. Do all those fun things. The more you do that, the more you help my channel grow. I really appreciate every single one of you for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we're going to call that a wrap. Bye!
Well, that's it. I really hope you enjoyed it. We had a ball making it.